Welcome back.
We're back.
Welcome back to Secrets Between the Stars. My name's Corey. I'm your host and GM. Hello, everybody in the raid. Welcome. Welcome properly. If you're watching the VOD, there's a raid. It's very exciting to be here. You should watch us live. My name's Corey. I'm your host and GM for this evening. Let's go around and meet our players and characters. We'll start on my left this time.
I had no idea what to do.
Oh no!
I'm Marcus. I play Valia, the KL operative sniper. My fun fact for this week is that Valia used to be kind of active going out in the evenings, going out to bars and things to kind of hang out and de-stress. It was also a good way to kind of overhear the things that are going on around the ring and kind of get in on the local, eavesdropping on things that might be useful for her later.
Nice. Hi, I'm Riley. I play Clementine, the Raxolite envoy and captain of this motley crew.
Motley.
Motley!
We salute the word motley.
And fun fact, Clementine, despite being a 1 foot tall plant lady, she dad sneezes. So the loudest sneezes. Yeah, just.
Does she also dad sounds when she gets up?
Yeah.
What does she get up from?
She's so small.
It's fun. My dad does not do that, but my stepmom does, and she'll just literally I'll turn away from the mic. But there's one time at the kitchen, she just went. Ah! And that was the sneeze, and my dad just looked at her and went, "Shut up!" It's just stopped. And she was like, "Thank you." But it was just an actual sneeze, scream. It's insane. Who are you?
Me. Hi.
I'm me.
I'm Gary. I play Aster, the redacted Solarian. And fun fact about Aster, he, despite throwing a little bit of a fit 2 episodes ago about being lost in the desert, he's really enjoyed being a part of the small town, getting to know everybody, and he's been volunteering some of his time at the Spider Ranch. So he's been learning how to ride the different rideable spiders.
How's this gonna make him hot?
It's already hot.
Not this week, unfortunately. Unless you think noble actions are hot, in which case, be prepared. Aster, there was an emergency situation with a pregnant spider, and Aster helped.
Stop.
Aster helped deliver the spider baby, and in honor of Aster, they named it Aster Jr. or AJ. So now there's just a little baby spider, probably the size of Clem.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Gary's other fun facts. Aster is hot. Yeah. This week's fun fact, and you all think he's hot.
Okay. I love the bit. However, you've now introduced that spiders give live birth.
They're mammals.
They do.
They're mammals, dude.
Oh, no! We have spider milk be a canonical thing the spiders give.
They are now fully mammals.
I said on the car ride, these spiders are platypuses. They're just whatever we want them to be.
Yes.
They're all teal.
Also, for those of you who are new, the spiders do kind of think Clementine is a baby spider because she has 4 extra limbs with these artificial arms that come out of her back. So they think she's a baby spider.
I like Tangled Floss when she climbs out of her matchbox in the morning. Clem's height is canonically whatever is the funniest.
Her pronouns are
I can't believe you put live
really
spider
good.
birth in this universe. Have you done?
You did this.
Are you sure he didn't already use his one thing he can canonize?
I don't know.
Has
I don't
everybody
know.
cashed? I haven't cashed in.
What have we cast?
Well, I've made a
I
lot of
haven't
things
cashed
canon
in.
through fun facts,
Yeah.
but I haven't cashed anything officially.
You
Who
made
was it?
Webkin's canon.
That's what it was.
I'll go down for Webkins.
Who was it that made Space Skittles or Spittles canon?
Was
it Kevin or was it you?
I think, it was a creation of our own together.
Yes.
Who are you?
Yes.
Who am I?
Who are you?
Well, I'm Logan. I play Doc, the Kasatha Nanosite bounty hunter. Doc, as a Kasatha, has 4 arms, though he's only half ambidextrous. He can write with his upper right and lower left arm. But these 2, useless. Gosh, just can't do nothing with them.
That's so funny. No, it's not funny yet. Hi, I'm Sully, and I play Chip, the galaxy's favorite little robot. Fun fact about Chip is, much like many other people, Chip has a collection. Of course, lots of people collect things, stamps, buttons. Chip is collecting every receipt that we have gathered on our time on this mission, because he's convinced that somebody's gonna come back and collect them. They're surely important for some reason. Otherwise, they wouldn't give them to you after you make a transaction.
This adds up.
Okay, my new fun fact is that Volley is kind of annoyed that we can't go paperless, but you keep on requiring receipts.
That's so funny.
It's gotta be important.
Yes.
It can't be for no reason.
My name's Corey, I'm your host and GM. My fun fact is I drank a lot of water today, so there's a non-zero chance we're going to take 2 breaks so I can use the bathroom.
Redeem those hydrates now.
If you want us to take 3 to 5 breaks tonight, keep those hydrates a-coming.
We put a timer on when chat can redeem that, and I only know that because I tried to spam it one day. I tried to make everybody cheers every time that somebody got hit.
That's amazing.
Let's get into the episode, fellas. Last week, you guys went through a portal, found somewhere spooky, fought a ghost, now you're back. Aster found 2 rocks. That's it. That's all I'm gonna recap. Watch last week's episode. There's a lot. Where you find yourself now, you will find yourself back in a familiar feeling kind of place. There is a metal room you're in with shelves that are lining the walls, filled with wooden boxes that seem to have some kind of food. It kind of smells it's that familiar smell of both the desert moon air and what like the engine oil kind of smell. And notably, you feel like you're moving downwards and kind of spinning.
Did I get a thimble of whiskey? What's happened?
Good morning.
I feel dizzy. I don't know what that portal
Is there a window somewhere?
Is there a window somewhere?
There's a door. There's one door in and one door out.
Where are we?
I think we're back. Oh wait.
Yeah,
Chip,
you weren't here for that.
Hi.
Hi.
I was a second ago, though. When we were before.
So we went looking for the alchemist feller, and I think we found him just before we went through the portal.
Excellent.
Yeah, we were on the ship, possibly. I think we're back on the ship.
There was a talking gear.
We are on a ship right now.
I think so.
The driver is terrible.
That's a good point.
Molly's gonna try to stand up, feeling presumably a little shaky.
Yeah, this does not feel like you're like spinning. This feels like you're like as if doing a large bank. Like you're just like kind of constantly turning wide.
I didn't know you could drift in the air.
Drifting in the drift is hard though.
That's right.
I guess I'll go to the door and try to.
So you go to the door, and once you open it, what you're greeted with is not like a hallway that you saw earlier. Is instead the entirety of the desert moon sky, and wind rapidly beating against your face. And as you look around, you can see that there is a massive hole blown into the side of the hull of the ship. And from the center, you're on the same floor as when this was, and at the center of it, you can see what look like 2 little dots that are standing like right in the center.
How big is the hole?
2 little dots.
2 little dots that are like seem to be from the focal point of the explosion. This hole stretches 70-ish feet across the entire thing.
Is that even a hole anymore?
It is. I mean, it is a hole across the entire hole. Like it is a massive sinking one. A hole.
Oh no, we're not. The ship is blown open. I think this ship might actually be crashing.
Do you think you can steady it?
I can try if I can. It doesn't look exactly safe to try to get through this hallway, but I can try.
Aster, can you fly her over there?
So we're not tilted. We are just. You said we were kind of.
We're kind of spinning. It looks like you're at a slight tilt, but you're not like sideways or anything.
Yeah, I'm
like
gonna
that.
make my way to the door with Valia, and it's like, oh hey, we're back at. Oh my god!
Okay, so I guess I'll try to like hold on to something and make it down the hallway, and I'm gonna be desperately looking for like a map to where the control room is.
You're looking for a map. You don't see anything near you. These walls are all completely shattered, and in some of the melted rubble, it looks like there was paint, and you can see a circle that says "You are here" that's just kind of melted into the floor.
Oh no!
Dang it!
I'll also try to hold on to something. I'll hold on to Doc. Just gripped on. Hold on. Hold on.
I've
He
been
does
on
look pretty sturdy.
I've been on a number of ships before, so I can guess that the control room is probably at the front.
Yes. What I'm gonna have everyone do now is actually roll me initiative.
Oh no.
Time to fight this blimp.
You guys are rapidly declining in altitude here. You can see the ground is pretty quickly getting closer and closer.
That means it's losing HP. We're winning.
We're gonna kill this blimp.
That's still the goal, right?
So this will,
Winning.
what your initiative order here is you are going to kind of tell me what you want to do in these moments of panic, what you're trying to accomplish here. So we'll go around and get initiative rolls from everybody.
28.
28,
21.
21,
Natural 20, 26.
26.
15.
26.
Who wants to go first?
I got nat 20.
Okay.
Touche. Touche.
It's my turn.
Mom said it's my turn in initiative.
I said it's my turn.
No,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead
fall
and put
into
Gary
it.
at the front. It's his turn.
Valia, you're up front.
All right.
What would you like to do?
Try to get up front.
All right.
Oh.
You start sprinting to the front of the ship. As you do remember that was one of the last things you saw before you got pulled into the portal, was you did see the cockpit. As you run up and you open the door, inside you see all of the machinery in here has been almost completely destroyed. The steering wheel is still at the front, and there seems to be piles of ooze that have just been splattered all across the walls.
Oh.
Was
yeah.
seemingly at the center again is what looks like 2 footprints, but then there was an explosion, and now there's kind of goop around that.
Oh, something bad happened in here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna run to the steering wheel and see if I can get any kind of control.
Yeah, give me a piloting check.
There was
So
definitely a
ridiculous.
large threat in this room.
Yes.
How many
That's
sessions
what
has it been
caused-
since you rolled a pilot check?
It's been a while.
Oh gosh, that's true.
It's been a while.
I think the last people that pilot checks were you and me.
We didn't do something.
Big number. 38.
38. 38's
Drift.
not going to quite pass. As you're trying to steer this entire thing, you can feel it. It is fighting you, and it's incredibly hard to be able to turn, especially because you have a massive hole in the side of the hole there. It's hard to get proper control of this thing. Is there anything else you would like to try to do?
I think I'll just shout, "We might not be able to get control!"
Aster, you heard that.
Are we descending? So you've said that we're not descending at like an incredibly fast rate, right?
So here's how these mechanics work, and I'll be up front with you right now. You're at 1,500 feet in the air. Currently, in Starfinder rules, you get 1d6 per 10 feet fall. So that's with a maximum of 20d6. So you were pretty rapidly falling from here, from the sky to the ground. And if you don't have any way of doing any sort of evasive maneuvers or preparing for impact, then you will take a massive amount of damage.
Okay.
So you are on a pretty strict timer here
1d6 for how many feet?
for 10 feet. And you are currently at the moment 1,500 feet in the air.
Or how many feet per?
It's maximum of 20d6 fall damage total.
But how many feet are we descending per round?
I
Yeah.
haven't told you that yet.
Well, terminal
We almost
velocity
had
is
him.
nice. I think I could survive terminal velocity.
Probably can't.
Just tough it out.
That's
I mean,
nice
you're,
for you.
You're a captain,
Hey,
basically.
Did we get any kind of rest while we were back in the portal?
Did you?
I don't.
No.
If you don't have anything written down, then no. So Aster, it's your turn. You just heard we can't quite control it. What would you like to do?
So there's this massive puncture in the hull of the ship.
Right.
What are we? Are we just in like open desert space? Are there mountains nearby?
As far as you can see, you're pretty open. There's some mountains that are kind of further away if you want to try to figure out a way to fly into them, but that is like close to 300 feet away from you.
So I was able to hear Valia say we might need to figure something else out.
Right.
I'm going to look to the crew that's near me and go, okay, game plan. Clem, you can fit in my pet carrier.
That I can.
You guys, I'm strong. I could probably lift you.
Okay.
Right? Like we could try. So like we've already established none of our technology works.
Right. No hardcore tech or anything like that works.
So my magnet gloves that I've since taken off since getting to the desert, I think to grab those, but they're not going to cut it for me.
Nope.
I think what I would like to do is I want to try. I'm going to fly over to where. Well, did Valia have to just go through the ship?
Yeah, she just ran through the front.
Okay. And then
The floor is still all on the ship. It's just the walls that seem to be completely gone.
I'm going to make my way to Valia.
Okay. Yeah, you are able to run up to we'll say that costs your entire movement is to get up to Valia to the cockpit.
Okay, so you can't steer this thing, or what's the no controls working?
Something happened in here. All the controls are down, and I'm not getting much response from these controls. I don't think we have much else to do besides figure out a way out of here.
I want to look around to see if there's any kind of, surely on a flying vessel as this, there'd be some kind of parachute or emergency functions in
a
here.
flying vessel made by a madman.
You know.
It is a flying vessel made by a madman. So give me, I guess a perception check. I guess we can argue for something else for you to look around, but perception check to try to find if there is a manual or some kind of parachute for you to find.
Okay.
I do have an idea as well, but it might be better to wait till my turn.
Okay.
That's not super good. That's a 15 total.
15 total. It's pure panic and a lot of destruction in here. There might have been some stuff in these machines that are completely destroyed and blown up, but you're not able to kind of reach your hands in that way.
Okay, right now I got nothing unless you can take a look around. Push comes to shove, I can put Clementine in the pet carrier and I can hold people. But that's really all I got right now.
Chip.
All right. Last I heard, Aster could hold people. And I'm gonna run in that direction and see if I can't make myself helpful. While I'm on my way, Chip is gonna kind of scramble with his arm real quick and load in something and then juice himself up, give myself a +2 on skill checks here.
Okay.
And I'm going to make my way to the cockpit as well. At this, I'm gonna take like a cursory look to see if there's anything that I can do about the panels. But if not, I'm looking for parachutes.
Okay. Also give me a perception check on the way.
Okay.
Or I would say even survival if you want to try that.
Awesome.
Whichever's better.
Ooh, it's not survival. Perception. Is that good? No. It's good. It's good. 16. 38.
38. With a 38, you're running on the way there, and you're looking for a parachute or anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really notice. You don't see any parachutes that are like out in the open right now. Even as you're approaching the cockpit here. But there are a lot of doors and what seem to be closets or bedrooms that are kind of around. So you could be trying to look into those for that.
Okay.
But none that stick out at you at this moment out here.
I'll do that then.
Okay. We'll take that takes another turn.
And
to
I'll
start getting through.
scream as I'm running down the hallways. We need parachutes, safety equipment.
Clem.
I'm gonna rush after Aster because he was like, get the pet carrier and then ran off and I'm just like, wait, come back! And, like hearing both him and Chip talk about looking for parachutes, I'm also gonna be looking around for anything that will help, like if there's like a jetpack or anything that would help slow a descent with or without a parachute.
Okay. Yep. Go ahead. Perception again, or survival, whichever again.
So that is... We're getting a lot of 38s, aren't we? 38.
Ooh, okay. So with a 38, are you looking through rooms like Chip is, or are you just going through the main entrance to the front ship?
Through like the main hallway so that I can catch up to Aster.
Okay. With a 38, what I'll say is as you're running towards Aster, you see Chip, you hear Chip yell that out and is also looking around in the other rooms. You see that some of the doors have like portholes that you can look through. I'm going to say even with a 38, this is you running towards Aster, so you don't get like a deep dive into each room. You're doing the cursory glances. But you do see several bedrooms that have mattresses in there. So that seems to be about the softest thing you can find while you're running through. But that is what I'll get to.
For some reason, he made a lot of bedrooms in here and put a lot of beds. So if we need mattresses to land on, there and there.
Doc.
Doc doesn't think this guy put any parachutes in here because that would acknowledge that he was capable of failure.
I just read him like a book.
Valia, Chip! Would a relatively same-sized hole in the other side make it more aerodynamic?
Maybe.
You guys are...
I looked to my engineering skills.
Yeah,
perhaps.
engineering, piloting, I'll give you either one.
You're right, we are fighting it.
That's all Doc can do.
Yeah.
Doc just has hands.
My crisis engineering is not that great, so I guess I got a 21.
21. Anyway.
Mine is not much better, 28.
28. Okay, with a 21, seems possible, but you can't really guarantee. It seems dangerous no matter what. With a 28, seems pretty likely, but you're not sure with a 20. Like you're not 100% positive, but maths.
I say go for it!
Doc will use a move action and a resolve point to activate my reactive repair and start giving myself some stamina back.
Okay.
And temp HP. Woot.
Woot.
Stackable temp HP. And I'm gonna punch a hole in this wall with my fist. There's a 35 hit wall.
35 will hit wall.
Take that
You
wall.
missed the unmoving wall.
Just 37 damage to wall. It
37
counts as
damage.
bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you punch on the wall, and you see it is a good-sized dent that you put in there, but it is just your fist-sized dent at the moment.
Yeah.
But you are making progress on that.
I've got
That is the ship. Valia, anyone, I guess all of you can kind of see it. Doc, you probably have your back to walls and windows here. But all of the rest of you are able to see that you guys are now dropping further and further down as you drop roughly 100 extra feet.
Okay.
And Valia, at your turn, as you're still at the steering wheel trying to like turn it as hard as you can, as you're still there trying to do that, you're cresting over a bit of a hill, and as you're cresting over this hill, you see that there is a town a little bigger than Paradise that you are almost beelining it for. Even with the curvature, you're going to be able to kind of swoop back around and crash into it.
Oh no, there's a town coming up. Okay. Who's up in the cockpit with me right now?
I'm not.
everybody.
Yeah, everybody's there.
You're not?
I'm searching the other rooms.
Yes, you're in the other room.
Can one of you hold the wheel just as steady as we can right now? I want to go check something. And I want to run back out to see if I can find like a hatch to like the top, just to see if I can get access to like the roof area.
Yeah, give me an engineering, I'll say.
35.
With a 35, you're able to see there's a couple emergency exits at the top, like opposite ends. Like so there's one near the cockpit, and then because of the massive hole that it's just blown through all of the walls in the center here, you're able to see near the engine room. There's also one at the top.
Can I just, like open it up to check? I basically just want to see what everything looks like on above the ship.
Yeah, you open it up, and as you look up, you're maybe 10 feet below the balloon itself. From this angle, the balloon seems all right, but you can tell that you're rapidly declining in from up here, and it seems to be more from both the control panel and like the hole in the wall rather than the balloon itself.
Hey, I have a potential idea. Does the balloon look like something that we could like, is it like held on by ropes? Could we potentially hack the balloon off and drop the rest of the ship?
It's not ropes. It's like not copper wire, but that same like steel kind of wire. Like it is yes, it is metal but you could in theory cut through or shoot or somehow. It would just take a little more than like regular rope.
Okay, the ship is falling, but the balloon looks okay. We might be able to just hold onto the balloon and cut the ship free. And then at least we might be stuck floating, but at least we won't be falling. So if anybody can, I guess, if we can make our way up, grab the balloon and then start cutting it off, I guess.
Yeah, Aster, you go do that. I'll hold the steering wheel.
What kind of gas is in the balloon?
You don't know. Nobody asked me.
Doc worries that it might be flammable.
I mean, as long as the balloon doesn't get punctured.
Well, if you're just going for the
We're just trying to
cords.
cut. We're just trying to cut the cords, like at the ship level, not the.
Well, if we cut this ship, is this gonna? If we cut it, is it gonna fall and hit the town, or is it gonna fall before it hits the town?
And hopefully it'll fall before it hits the town. I think.
If you cut it quick, it'll fall before
Yeah.
it hits the
Okay.
Either that or you blow the ship up as well.
Well, gas.
After separating the rest of the balloon.
Alright. I'm gonna say that's your turn. Aster.
Hey, so would you say I'm getting attunement points during this?
Yeah, I'll say you did.
Okay. So now I have 2.
I feel like it's safe to say like the attunement starts when high stress situations begin.
That's so valid. You're so real for that. I feel stressed. So Aster's trying to weigh his options here. Aster's not book smart, that's for sure. So he's not going to know like anything about what kind of gas is in the ship. Can I think about the little ooze guys? Were they like pumping coal in there? Like, is it just
they had coal that they were throwing into what looked like a big coal engine.
Okay, so it's not necessarily gas. I mean, I guess there would be maybe gas in the balloon, or perhaps there's
There'd be, I mean, the assumption would be there's gas in the balloon, and then the engine is there to power the fans in the back that push it forward.
Yeah, the engine's doing thrust, the balloon is for lift.
Right.
Valia, is the engine blown?
I think. Are there any indicators or word? I guess
You could
of
still
not flying?
smell and hear the engine when you got back into the little utility closet you spawned into.
No, I think the engine's fine. I mean, at least it's still not completely broken.
What if I try powering the engine?
I'm not sure. The controls are still kind of shot. Even if we propel it, well, actually, now, I don't know whether the engine is propelling us forward. It might at least slow the spin and at least stop her from, like, if you stop the ship rather than, because I don't know if it's, I think we're still moving, is what I'm saying.
I'm gonna call for a decision here.
Yeah.
Aster's gonna start flying up to the cords.
Okay. We'll say that'll be your move action. Do you want to make an attack on them?
Yeah.
Because you haven't done any checks or anything, so you can go ahead and make an attack on it.
So you said these are metal.
Yes.
So if I had fire, theoretically, fire might be more effective at cutting through that?
No.
Or, no? Okay.
Not unless you're like white hot heat, which you're not at white hot heat.
Like a plasma sheath.
You're gonna have a better chance with a sword slashing through than trying to slowly melt metal.
All right.
It's not aluminum.
Hey, cheers, and Chip got a hero point.
Hey,
Hero
Corey's
point.
at max. Chip gets one instead. You're welcome. Thank you, Colby, for cheers and hero points.
La Familia.
La Familia.
That is... So with just my basic attack,
Thank you.
that is
10 of hearts.
28 to hit.
A 28 will hit.
Okay, cool. So let me do big damage here. My tablet is turned off. Not my
Did you just
tablet.
listening?
I'm gonna say there are 6 cords that you can see from popping up that are wrapped around. There's 6 different ones, so they're not like wrapping around the entirety thing. They're just there's like a cable that runs the center, and then they're wrapped onto that.
So that's 44 slashing.
Okay, this cable is still standing, but it is barely like hanging on there.
Okay.
And Chip, that's your turn.
Chip! I'm looking through these bedrooms, trying to double check, make sure that we're not missing any safety equipment that might be in them. Jetpacks, parachutes, giant band-aids for hulls of ships. Tarps.
Go ahead, give me some perception checks. Or survival.
Definitely not. Perception. That's gonna be the same thing that I rolled last time. That's a 38.
38. Now that you're kind of going through more of the actual rooms, what I'll say is you go into the back rooms near the engine room, and as you're going through, you see that he had some boxes back there that are packed differently than the others. They don't look like they were packed by him. They look like they were packed by someone else.
Okay.
And as you're going through, you pull out one that has a parachute in it with a note that says, "I know you don't think you need this, but just for me, please, Hikari." As he holds up the backpack.
So there's one parachute.
There's one parachute.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take it with me.
Okay.
And I will grab that, and then quickly glancing around, Chip is awesome in an emergency scenario. And despite being a computer with incredibly high intelligence, a lot of that goes out the window when he's called to act really fast. He's gonna grab the mattress. That's what Clem said. He's gonna land on the mattress.
Yes.
He's gonna take the parachute and the mattress to the cockpit.
You're dragging an entire mattress.
I got it!
All right, Chip, you walk into the cockpit, and it's just
I got
you
one!
in there. Are you in the cockpit too, or no?
No, I'm in the hall punching
Okay.
holes in them.
Yeah, it's just me and Chip in the cockpit right now.
I've got one,
Good-
and then
good
I've got
job.
one of these.
Okay. Which one was the parachute?
Which do you prefer?
Parachute's better.
Clem, it is your turn now.
Okay, so I am going to try and hold the helm steady. So I'm going to use like my elephant arms to like wrap around like parts of the wheel to like just kind of
Okay.
like as if they were vines, just shwoonk, you know.
All right, give me a piloting check.
All right. I've worked on my piloting since the first season. Okay, so
She's
that
got
is
her
a
driver's
22.
22 total.
Yes.
22. You're. I'm gonna say you're not even able to fully hold the thing steady. It is starting to drift more. It's not drifting as bad as if you just completely let it go, but it is still swerving a bit more. So everyone feels a little more unsteady.
Chip,
than they
help
did
me!
a minute ago.
Help me!
Can I aid?
I will let you aid. Sure.
My background that never comes up says that I automatically succeed if I aid.
All right. I remember what aid does in Starfinder. I run this system.
So do I.
Hang on one second. Vamp for a second for unrelated things.
Vamp, 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 vamp.
We're professionals.
We are improvisers.
This is exactly what you wanted
Don't you
us
guys
to
just
do.
love crashing your ship? This is like we've done this
Yeah.
like twice
Love crafting
in
a
a season,
ship.
basically now. It's so great.
Okay, aid. I'm just finding rules about aiding for hacking. I'm just gonna say it gives you advantage for now, so you can try again.
Yay! It's probably something similar, or like a plus something.
Sticking with the 22 that I got because I rolled a 4. So
But I helped.
yes.
Yeah, so everything does feel a little John Yu. I only watch the pros. That's what we are. Okay, let's relax, everybody. You feel that everyone kind of feels the ship swerving a little bit. Aster, are you flying or are you on your feet on the top? You have to be honest with me as your friend.
Well, if this thing's falling, I don't know if I'd be able to have steady footing, really. So I think I'd be flying.
Okay, you're flying. Okay, so you see that the entire ship swerves towards you a little bit more now, from where you were. Doc.
Full attack.
Just wallop.
Ribbon! Get in
Ribbit.
your house. Does a 27 hit wall?
Yes.
Then I hit wall twice.
Hit wall.
Nice.
Math.
Over 2 hits, 77 damage to wall.
Ooh. Okay.
If I could, I'll hit where I hit last time. I'll hit a little bit to the left of it, and then try to big boot that section out.
That whole section will say completely flies off.
It's
It takes you with the boot. You kind of feel yourself fall for a second and able to catch yourself before you fall out of the ship. But that does fully knock down this section of the wall.
Did that help?
Clem, you do feel a little more leniency on the wheel.
A little bit, yeah.
But this is like one panel compared to the 50 that are missing, so it'll take a little bit of investment here. That is the ship. You guys feel yourself descending even further this time. Another 200 feet have gone down as this
that
ship
makes
is
sense.
going down further and further and further. With that town rapidly approaching, you can start reading some of the signs from where you are.
Oh no!
What?
Valia,
Oh, okay.
How big is the font?
it's fairly big.
Common Sans! Hit the town!
I feel like we need to commit to whatever choice we're making. Do you say that there were 6 straps for the balloon? Oh, that's a lot for us to try to cut off. Feeling the effect of what Clem did, as well as the panel coming off, like how much more control could I like sense the ship is in? Like, does it seem like, is it a non-negligible amount of like the ship is righting itself?
It is so at this moment it's very negligible, but the fact that one panel adjusted it even a little bit is a good sign that like keep doing that, there'll be more, it'll kind of better itself that way.
Pummel the ship.
Okay. All right. I don't know how else we'd get everybody off, and I don't know how strong those straps are. So maybe your idea is right, and we should just try to equalize the descent. So I guess we'll go back inside and get smashing.
What?
Right.
Hacking and smashing. Okay, I'll run inside and try to go to the next panel over. And I guess I'll try to shoot. I'll try to shoot it to see if like
Another raid.
if there's like
Another raid.
Oh my gosh!
if like adding holes to the corners or something would help shoot a panel out.
Go for it.
So I'm gonna.
Hello, second raid, by the way. Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for joining, for
Hello,
raiding us. You were
hello.
moved live. We appreciate it.
That's
Welcome,
great.
welcome everybody.
My move now.
Can I full attack, or would you say I've already like?
You would have moved to get down there, but you can do a standard attack also.
Okay.
This is my favorite song playlist.
And during a raid of all times.
Wow. That's a 15 to hit the wall.
That will miss, and I'm sorry.
Oh no!
What did I shoot?
I think you shoot, and you just twang, and like bounces for a second.
I rolled a 2.
Aster.
I'm gonna use my movement to get back with my friends, my
Yeah.
crewmates. And
Welcome to the hype train, everybody. Really quick, shut up, Gary. Let me explain the rules.
shutting up, Corey.
Hype train. Our rules around here for a hype train is whatever level the hype
Ski dude!
whatever level the hype train is at by the end of it is how many hero points we'll be giving out. So currently we are at level 2. We're at level 2.
Corey, you just got a subscription in there.
Thank you.
Corey, you weren't subscribed.
You can get
Oh!
No, I know. I don't think any of you are.
I am.
I am.
All right, I'm a fake fan. I'm too busy running the channel. I'm sorry, I'm not paying myself $5. How crazy of me, I guess.
Hey, what do we do with this?
Anyway, currently we're at level 2 hype train, so we will give out 2 hero points when the hype train ends. If you keep the hype train going by gifting more subs or using bits, then we hit level 3, we'll give out level 3, and so on and so forth. So keep supporting the show if you can. It'll support the players out of time, and I can't thank you guys enough for doing it. Appreciate it. And welcome again from the raid. Appreciate that. All right, Gary, you can talk
So
again.
exciting.
Thank you, Mr. GM, sir.
At ease.
This is my stream,
There are many like it.
but this one is mine. I'm gonna use my movement to fly back down to my crewmates, and if I can, so would my movement get me back to there?
Yeah, we're being flippant with movement
Okay,
here.
cool.
Yeah.
This is a combat.
This is timer. This
So,
is not combat.
I have my 3 tune points. I'm going to activate solar acceleration, so I'm going to get to full attack this panel of wall.
Go for it.
And then I get to cast haste on anybody, on my allies who's within 30 feet of me, I believe.
Choose your friend who you're close to then.
Oh,
Choose who
it's-
your best friend in the show is.
Well, it's anybody who's near me.
I'm
Everyone's a
the
little
only one
spread out.
not, I think. No,
Yeah.
Chip, you're with me.
Yes.
So
They're in the cockpit.
we're the only
So
ones.
I'd say yeah, Valia and
All right,
Doc.
you guys.
We're
go.
also probably not gonna be the ones to punch a hole in the ship.
No,
No.
we're not the punchy
Give it a
ones.
syringe.
Quit, tranquilize it.
I just
Sleep
go up,
now.
I go, it's sedated.
Chip, where's your acid when we need it?
I don't know, but it'll never be nauseous again.
Full attack. Wow, that's not great. Let's see here. That is 21.
21 will hit.
Okay. And that's higher than 21.
Will hit.
Yes, excellent. So Aster just zips on by at a lightning speed, and as he makes these attacks, the golden energy starts to emanate along both of you now, and you're now hasted. So you have extra movement, and you can move and do a full attack.
All right.
So the first hit's going to be a 42, and the second hit's a 43, and that, my friends, is math for
math.
85 damage.
With 85, I'm gonna say you're able to swipe through two of these panels as they fly off the wall, and you are now staring once again back out at the air, and you guys kind of feel the ship kind of tilts itself a little back from where it was a minute ago.
I fought a helicopter before, I can do this!
You've had training.
It's true.
Yep.
Chip.
All right. Well, just to be safe, I'm going to put the parachute on myself, and just be really close to Clem. I can at least take care of the 2 people in this room. And after doing that, slapping that on, I'll run over to. Is it just like a wheel, like a pirate ship? Is that-
Basically, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll run over and I'll try to help kind of right the ship. Don't mind my reach.
All right, piloting check.
Yes.
It's like when a parent is helping like a child like pretend to drive, or it's like the child has their hands on the wheel, but you just have yours over them. You're like, you're driving.
Okay, thank you, Colby.
Our friend Colby.
Shout out Colby.
Honestly, it's a nat 1, but I should nearly keep that because I'm not good at piloting. But I can definitely be better than that.
Hey, you
That
can't
one
make it
could
worse.
make it worse.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. No, it's also a nat 1.
It's a canon event. There's nothing
It's
we
a
can
nat
do.
1. You want to know what that full number is?
Sure.
6.
Cool. So Chip runs over and goes, "Don't worry," and then trips and spins the wheel further away. So now you all feel it lurch once again.
Clem, who's like wrapped into the wheel, is like, ah!
I'm gonna say you two, Chip, or Aster and Doc, make me acrobatics checks as you are right next to the hole as this ship is tilting over.
I can fly?
You can, but still give me an acrobatics if you don't fall.
Okay.
Doc, you as well.
Oh gosh.
Get that bad luck out of his house.
Come on.
Oh,
Oh, you're fine.
don't say that. 27.
27.
Nat 20.
Woo!
I can fly.
What I'm gonna say is with a nat 20, you see Doc is beginning to fall out a little bit, and you're able to grab him and pull him back in as you are both readjusting for to get your feet steady once again.
I've been looking around.
And
That's all we can
and
sing.
then just record scratch.
Hype train has ended. Thank you guys so much for participating in the hype train. We got to level 2. So we will all be doing a roll off. I cannot because I'm at full.
Let's go.
But that is for you guys. All roll. Whoever gets the highest, 2 highest.
Such a,
get-
such a villain.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
Come on. Come on.
Wow.
What is it?
I got an 18.
14.
There's 5.
Good luck.
I got a 10.
All right, that's
I got a rock.
that
I
is
did
Sully
get a
and
rock.
Logan.
Yay!
2 of them, in
Oh,
fact.
that's all my bad. That's entirely my fault.
Ego.
Thanks.
10 out of 10.
Oh.
10
Nice.
out
Oh. Because Colby is a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
That's true.
Just kiss him on the lips already.
I've only met him
He's
once.
not-
You gotta kiss the homies.
With that, you guys get your all your stuff. Good job. You did it. That's for the hero points, meta-wise. Chip, you spun, you fell, everything
Oh,
did that.
Chip.
Clem.
Okay.
I'm reassessing myself and where I'm at.
I'm gonna do I'm gonna try to like steady myself and like try to right the ship, get it back to somewhat normal after we got a little knocked off base. So
I will aid.
Sure. You get an advantage.
I succeed.
It's not 100%. This is not how it works.
That is
Finally,
a
I find
natural
what you're
20.
talking about.
Ooh, come on.
Nat
Perfectly
20 for
balanced.
30.
With a 30, you are with a nat 20. You're able to readjust the ship back so it is maintaining in straight. You see that the town is still approaching, but you are kind of at a better angle. If you say were to land on the town, you would be heading it dead on instead of sideways and sweeping through.
Oh no.
Anything else?
I'm gonna call out and be like, if y'all can hurry up on that town's getting pretty close.
Doc.
We need to get over the town. We need to get past it, so we need speed.
It's a flyover town.
You do me a favor.
Okay.
If we ain't gonna make it past the town, you get them out of here.
I'm getting all of us out of here.
I can count. I got a lot of hands, partner. One parachute. And I'm pretty heavy. And I take off toward the coal room.
In that way, 700 pounds.
Doc makes, with the nanites, just 2 shovels and runs for the coal room.
You bolt in, you kick the door down, you see all the little oozes go. And you see they freak out.
Because Doc is hasted.
You are hasted.
Yeah.
You full attack with the shovel.
Full attack the coal piles.
I totally yes. So you start going through and shoveling them all in, and you see those little goop guys are just freaking out, so excited that someone else is here doing this with them.
You're their champion.
But you're their king.
Wait, I'm gonna say with that because you're hasted in doing all of this. Up at the cockpit, you two feel like a little bit of a surge as the fans are blowing a little faster than they were a minute ago.
Did you touch the gas?
I don't think there is a gas pedal.
That's concerning.
This was made by a madman. I don't think he knows how to drive in general.
You guys drop 300 feet as you are now exactly 1,000 feet above the ground.
Ooh.
Valia.
All right. Feeling that sudden jerk and loss of stability there for a second, I'm always going to grab onto something on the wall. Stability. And then I'm going to full attack the next panel.
All right, go for it.
And that gives me 3 shots. So hopefully some of
You
these
got
will be
this.
better.
Yeah.
18, 7, and the 3. Which are going to be, what's it, 15, so
Yeah, what's your lowest?
9, 12, and then
12 won't hit.
16. Wait, yeah, 16.
16 also will not hit.
Okay, well, the next one's an 18 plus 9. So,
27.
27 total?
yeah,
27 total will hit.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Some
go.
damage on
Yeah.
the wall.
Was it
Hitting
16
a
total? Was
wall.
your
Yeah, 16.
16 total. Okay, I was just making sure it wasn't 16 on the dice.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 27 will hit.
All right, 14 points of piercing.
14 points of piercing. This wall has a couple of little small holes in it, but it's still holding pretty steady here.
All right.
You're hasted, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you could full attack it then move, right? I gotta remember haste in this game.
Yeah.
All right. Aster.
Aster's just gonna keep at it with a solid full attack. He's looking back to Doc, who had just run down into the engine rooms, and he's like, I told Pepper I'm getting everyone out and everyone's gonna be fine, and that's the way it's gonna be. And Aster, with renewed energy, just slashing against the panels.
Pep in his step.
That is That is 24 for the first one.
24 will hit.
Yeah.
And that's higher than that.
That will hit as well.
Excellent. So 37 and 40. So that's what is that?
30, that's
77.
77 will break through one and do some damage to the next one. But it is still there's still one like panel right in front of you.
Okay. And what's the effect as I start slashing through these?
As you slash through, like you just do an X cross on one of them and it just flies through, and the remaining of the X is what's there. You see like the triangle that's formed on this panel kind of bends out a little bit, but there's still the panel there, and that triangle's kind of giving it some wind resistance.
Do I feel it's affected the ship's trajectory?
You don't. The steering wheel, you feel a little bit more. Boy,
I
that's
feel like this has affected the ship's trajectory.
You're doing good. Keep going.
Chip.
I do. I shouldn't pilot anymore. I should be done.
Why not?
I can't imagine.
Is there anything that can juice me up to add to?
No, I'm gonna juice.
You give me
I
a juice.
stole the. You stole the words right out of my mouth. Take +2 on your skill checks for probably as long as we'll be in the air, 6 rounds.
Okay.
I should
nice.
I shouldn't.
That's optimistic.
I shouldn't try to steer again. Is there any other controls? Is there just the wheel?
It's just the wheel. Everything else is destroyed in here. Like it looks like there was some sort of fight that had happened, and all of the like control panels and everything around it have been completely wrecked, as well as this explosion that was.
Oh,
in the
it's
center
a
of the
shame
room.
that somebody did that. Huh? I can't imagine who it was either.
That was crazy. You guys should watch Strange Aeons Unrelated.
All right, I take the mattress, I slide it down the hallway. I don't need it anymore. I have a parachute. I'm gonna just wait behind Clem, just ready to help. That's my turn. I just send the mattress down towards them.
You fling it down. Aster, as you're like looking at your handiwork, you just see like in this hallway, you just see a mattress go.
Just a full size sail towards
It's a
me.
queen. That's for you.
Thanks.
Clem.
So, do I need to continue making piloting checks to hold everything steady and?
If you want to, or you can just let go of the wheel and see what happens.
I'm not doing that.
I'm aiding. I'm aiding.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to just like, if there's a way to like tilt this thing up with the steering wheel, I'm gonna try that.
Sure.
You're aided.
Let's roll that again.
We'll find out later.
That is much better. So, 29.
With the
A
+2.
29.
Yeah, with the plus.
Yes, good. Good.
29.
Good.
29 will not fully succeed. It is not steering off as much as it was before, but it is still fairly. It is still tilting a bit more. You're not so suddenly that you're gonna fall out again, but you do feel the center of gravity shift a little bit with this. Anything else?
That's all.
Doc?
How long am I hasted for?
A long time.
Oh, righteous.
And
100
maybe
years.
the rest of our lives.
We'll see.
Double shovel coal patrol.
Yeah, man. Whatever you just said.
Double shovel.
Full round coal.
All right.
Doc is the hype train.
Let me think. I'll say there's no checks for this because
Okay.
you're just kind of shoveling it in. But what I will now say is because it is this thing's turn, that Clem up top because you're holding the wheel, and Chip because you're behind, steroiding her.
Kind of like the Titanic.
With syringes in her side. You guys see that you guys have dropped 400 feet. You can tell you are definitely nearing the final round of this. As you are trying to steer, you feel yourself tilting a little bit from your check, but because he has all of these coals like getting flung into the engine, and because of all the holes being punched in on the other side, you are still slightly aligned, but you are starting to go over the town. It is a pretty close call though, as you can now see the shadow of the eclipse passing over, or shadow of the Zeppelin eclipsing over the town. And you see a lot of people looking up and like confused as they have their hands over their eyes to see what's properly happening.
Oh, we're making a spectacle of ourselves.
Valia.
Okay, I don't think that there's much more I can do here with just a gun, so I'm gonna run back into the control room and attempt to help regain the last little bit of control.
Absolutely.
And you run really fast
Very
there.
close.
Valley, take the lead.
Because you're hasted, what I'll say is I'll give you advantage on the piloting check as well, because you're so locked in with the
Appreciate
haste.
it. Yeah.
It's nice that Aster comes with Adderall.
Asterol?
Nice.
Nice.
There it is.
First roll's 36.
Okay.
This one's 29.
All right, with a 36, you see Clem there, and you're able to also now put your hands over her, ghost style.
We're doing it!
All three stacked up.
What is happening here?
You are able to gain control of the ship enough to fully stabilize it, and because of that, now the engines that are going crazy back there are kind of working a little better as the coal is flattening out inside of the engine, as well as, wind resistance or whatever. You feel yourself going faster as you're straighter through.
We might be okay.
Okay.
Aster,
Take some of that sedation. You're looking really shaky.
It's shake the air.
it's shaking like you need to change your brakes. Like it is.
Oh, our shocks are shot.
Yeah, you shot them.
Aster.
There's just this one kind of crooked panel left, right?
Yes.
Am I able to tell, would that make a huge dent in what we have going on right now?
If you were doing DC checks on a piloting check, this would help lower it still.
Okay.
Theoretically.
Theoretically.
Yeah.
Weird metaphor, but
Yeah.
My grandpa said that to me once.
That's a nice folksy saying.
Yeah, and he said never trust a man with a last name as a first name.
So, yeah, I guess I'll just go ahead and I'll full attack.
should we go?
That's really
I'm the
good.
namesake of two last names.
The first one's a 28, and woof, that's a nat 1.
That one won't hit, but the first one will.
You can do this. I believe in you.
42 slashing damage.
That will break through the rest of this panel. I believe that is the final panel that has been broken from it now.
And then I want to use my movement and haste myself towards Doc and the little oozes.
As you kick
save
over
me.
the door, you see them all go, "Yee!" And then they quickly go back to just throwing more coal into the. In there.
Yes!
Chip.
So I imagine right now at the wheel, it's like a little sandwich, right? You got Clem at the front, and then Chip, who was around her, and now Volley has come and is around Chip. And
Chip's getting a hug.
and feeling Valia behind him, Chip will go, "Oh, thank goodness," and put his arms upward as he turns around to face her. He goes, "Hold on." I'm going to give you, because I can't ensure your safety in this fall, but here's what I can do. I'm going to give you the breakthrough biohack called Ignore Pain.
You don't notice it.
So you'll get temp HP equal to, let's see, 2 times my level now is 22. So 22 temp HP for 1 minute. And notably, the first time that the target you would be reduced to 0 HP but not killed outright, you continue to act normally until the end of your next turn or until you take additional damage.
Nice.
So hopefully you'll be able to walk this off.
Alright, Clem.
Do you need me to keep holding onto the wheel, or?
I think I've got it. Just brace or get ready. Like, we can't really parachute out now, so I just brace yourself.
Can I pick up Clem?
You can.
I'm not coming. I'm kind of there.
There were mattresses. I mean, if you want to try to.
I sent the mattress down to Doc and Aster.
There are several mattresses
Yeah.
that Clem had noticed. So if you want to try to like make some makeshift bounce room, then you could do that.
Let's assemble a bounce room. Let's do it.
In our last moments alive,
I scuttle away.
we can wait.
As you're saying that in the background, it's getting smaller as Clem's going.
Wait, I've got the parachute. Please.
Doc.
Doc will look very alarmed that you're here.
As you are looking at alarmed, you see behind you, a little ooze travels up your leg quickly and then gets like right in front of your face. And then it just puts up one little and then puts its hand behind its back and then pulls out an entire scroll and hands it to you. The thing is this tall. This is a full-size scroll that it has just produced out of nowhere to hand you.
I might be the worst person he could have handed this to.
Do you open it? Do you look at it? At the top, it says in a pretty old English style, but after like looking at it for a second, you can tell this is a scroll of feather falling.
I'll look to the rest of the oozes. Hop on, boys!
they all like as many can just jump on you as possible.
Doc is gonna sprint and use his action to dash, essentially. And as I'm running by, tap you on the shoulder. Run straight for the cockpit or whatever mattress hell is happening.
There's a mattress somewhere in the hallway.
There is one mattress in the hallway.
Valia! Featherfall!
Are you throwing it at me?
Yeah.
Okay, I catch the scroll.
Yeah.
And then Doc is going to dive on a mattress with all this goo. The hallway mattress, not the one that you guys have run into. And use my surge as a swift action to make a 10-foot dome of me and the goo in the mattress on the floor.
Could you make a parachute with your nanites?
No, they're solid. They're dense.
I mean, you could.
It would not work the way you need it to.
Golden parachute.
Yeah, so Doc essentially just crash tests dummies into a mattress, because you can fly, you've got featherfall, you've got the parachute. I'm okay.
Alright, you dome yourself. This is now, you are at 100 feet above. You see that you have been able to soar over the town, and you are now just heading out to empty sand. But you are absolutely this turn. At the end, once it gets back to this, you are crashing. So, take any evasive action that you possibly can at this moment. Valia.
Okay, what I would like to do is, given the haste, is attempt to featherfall myself, at least put the ship on like a course to just like kind of skid into the sand to at least like cause the least amount of explosion.
Okay.
And then having been featherfall, basically just dive out the nearest opening.
Alright. How featherfall works is you can fly, you basically fall at 60 feet per 6 seconds, so 10 feet a second, but no matter what, you won't take any fall damage. So you're able to, you get it so that it skids as much as possible and just dive out a window, and you crash, you start feeling yourself slowly falling down towards some sand. As you see the Zeppelin is turning towards its side and going into the ground. Yeah. Aster.
Okay, I see Doc has made himself a little fortress with the oozes. I'm gonna make my way to Clem and not Valia. I just saw her dive out. I'm gonna make my way to Clem and Chip.
Chip's chasing Clem like a toddler on the loose.
Chip, get dang it! Clem, get in. Chip, I'll hold you.
I've got.
Points to a parachute, yeah.
I think we're a little too low to the ground for that at this point.
If somebody wants to give me an engineering check, I will tell you if you are or not.
Oh.
Engineering, crafting, or survival is what I will say.
You're the smart one out of the three of us.
Good numbers.
Good numbers.
Thank you. 36.
36? No, you are fine. If you jump out now, parachutes are designed to kind of fully explode out at the 60-foot mark.
I think I'll be okay.
Don't try this in real life.
Do not
Make a
try
break
this in
for
real
it. I opened the pet carrier.
Acquired one captain.
All right, so Aster, you and Clem are going to just dive out. Actually, I'm going to take this out like this because you are now out of it. You are now just diving out the hole.
Doc, if you could hear me! Nobody gets left behind! And I dive out.
You two dive out and begin flying. Chip.
Well, there's nothing I can do about Doc now. At least he took the mattress. I'm gonna make my way, now that I don't have to get Clem, I'm just gonna run towards either of the big holes in the hull now. And Chip's gonna kind of stand there at the edge for a second. He goes, okay, I can do this. And then I'm gonna jump out and then pull my parachute.
You rip the cord, the parachute foops up, and it does not have like the one that we know that has the little safety one that pops up, or like the whatever that one is for. And then the big one, this is just the full parachute, fully out, just foop. And with the wind blowing in your face, you feel it does fully catch itself, and you are slowly floating down.
Oh, I'm good.
Doc, you are in your safety bubble. You have one mattress in there, 1,000 little goop guys on you. Are you doing anything else before you hit the ground?
Doc will just shut his eyes and says, well, not yet, Vilden. I still got stuff to do. And Doc will brace.
You brace, and you feel you tense up. You kind of like are just curled up on this mattress. Do you have the mattress under you, above you?
So there is no room between myself and the nanite wall, and the mattress is underneath me, and filling as much space with the goo guys as I can.
Okay, you hear them go, as they're in there, also trying to brace. The Zeppelin, you just hear this as you're getting closer and closer to the ground. The Zeppelin crashes into the ground. You will take. I rolled some dice back here. And I'm gonna figure out how to do some more. So you're gonna take 57 bludgeoning damage from the impact itself. Then, as you feel yourself beginning to take damage, those little goo guys will be helping you out a little bit because they do have the ability to heal. So 5 of them are going to attempt to heal you as much as they can, giving you 11 HP back as you feel that kind of recede down. So take 11 off of the 57.
And I can negate 18 as a reaction thanks to my nanite ability.
Perfect.
For another surge. Cool.
He's been punched harder than that.
That's
crazy.
He took evasive maneuvers, and you had the goo guys. So.
And the mattress.
And a mattress.
And a mattress.
That puts me at 105 stamina.
Oh, you're a
Perfect.
beast.
Oh, I've been healing myself every round as well.
Oh,
so like,
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
As you feel all this metal hitting the nanites around you, the nanites are feeding into you, telling you that you are in pretty serious danger.
Yep.
As very fragile and not well-made metal walls are collapsing in on you, and you, after what sounds and feels like an eternity, it all settles down. You can kind of feel some sand coming in between the nanites, as you can tell you are back on solid ground. And releasing the nanites and having the goo guys kind of also help you push some debris off. You are standing directly in the middle of it. You see the balloon has been snapped off the wires and is now beginning to float away. As you see your friends slowly either landing or Chip, who's currently still in the air, slowly falling down.
Hello!
I'm just floating next to Chip.
Oh.
Hey, it worked after all.
It's fine. This is kind of fun. Watch this. And I try and spin myself a little bit.
Give me
I
acrobatics.
spin.
Don't do a flip.
Yeah, no, I want this.
Great use. Great
Thank
use.
you to the hype train. I don't want that to be a nat one on my
You're
little
so good at that
twirl.
once.
Come on. Get in your house. Oh, come on. Oh, and I've got the... I've got the +2 because I'm still 21.
With a 21, you're able to spin, and then the cables that are there are just kind of slowly spin you back, and you just twist a little bit like that. All
I
right.
pop up out of the pet carrier. That looks fun.
It is fun. Jump.
No.
Hey, don't.
As we get to the ground, Valia tucks and rolls on in the sand.
Do the hero pose.
Yeah, 3 points.
Man, Volley is always so cool.
Brush myself off, and then seeing, I just look at the ship and see that Doc is not among the people floating down, and I'm gonna I guess, go run toward whatever is left of this ship. How destroyed it is, and if I can find it.
You beeline it over, and as you are cresting over the hill to look down at it, you see the balloon just float away as the wires have been snapped, and that's just off somewhere else for me for later.
Guess we'll never figure out if that was explosive or not.
I mean,
and then from the wreckage, after looking at it for a moment, you see that Doc does kind of erupt from pushing off some of the walls, and he stands up looking relatively, actually pretty good.
all right, fellas, roll call.
Oh my god.
45 minutes.
You always want a job.
They go,
Oh, Doc, I'm glad you're okay.
What?
I'm all glad you're okay!
I fly past Valia and I'm making my way towards Doc.
I'm still falling.
as Chip slowly falls down and sees everyone reuniting. That is where we're going to take our 10-minute break. We'll be right back in a few minutes. If you enjoy the show, please let us know. Hang out and chat for a little bit. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. It's a great help. With that, we'll be back in a few minutes. See you guys. Hi, everybody. Welcome back.
We're back.
Welcome back. Secrets Between the Stars. My name is Corey. I'm your host and GM. If you've been liking the show so much, you want the best way
So
you
much.
can
So much.
You've been liking it just so much. The best way you can support this show very much is by supporting our Patreon. $5 a month gets you access to our post show that we do after every single actual play episode. Where we talk about the episode or random things for like 30 to 45 minutes. $5 a month gets you access to like 3 or 4 hours of extra content. It's all good quality stuff. I highly recommend it. With that small, subtle plug that nobody even noticed out of the way, my name is Corey, I'm your host and GM. Let's go around the table and quickly reintroduce ourselves to our players and characters.
I'm Sully. I play Chip, the galaxy's favorite little robot. I'm falling from the sky.
I'm Logan. I play Doc, the Kasatha Nanosite Bounty Hunter.
I'm Gary. I play Aster, the redacted Solarian.
I'm Riley. I play Clementine, the Raxolite Envoy, and I am in a pet carrier that he's carrying.
I'm Marcus, and I play Valia, the KL Operative Sniper, and I'm running into sand.
As you guys are now converging once more, regrouping yourselves, landing on the ground, able to find each other. What's your guys' kind of first reactions here to having survived another crash in a matter of 2 months?
Oh my
God.
That happens.
That does happen. The lily pad that's my hat falls off my head.
All right. Within the last, I don't wear watches, 3 hours,
So many options.
we've been through so much. Does anyone need medical attention?
Probably.
I need a nap, but otherwise I'm good.
I could patch myself up, but I'm glad to be back on the ground. I'm glad that we're near a town. And
All right.
I'm glad this ship crashing was mostly not my fault.
Now I reckon.
You actually made it better than it would have been.
Now there's 2 things I'm hoping. 1 is that town's not too freaked out, and 2 that there is a nice hotel.
A nice hotel would be great.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
I need a sleeping.
You guys all start making your way back to this town, I assume? I ask question mark.
To town.
You guys make your way to the town.
Can the goo come?
Goo can come.
Yeah.
Goo's just kind of
Yeah.
sticking on you for now.
That's a nice purple jacket you got.
Thanks.
you say thanks, and then a little head pops and goes, and then pops back down. You all start making your way. Yeah, that's it. Start making your way back to the town.
Need we say more?
Start making your way back to the town. The sun is beginning to set. It is near the end of the day. You have had a weird time-wise day. As you approach, you just see a lot of people are kind of in the streets, kind of sitting there talking, but nobody seems to be really panicked or anything. This is similar to Town of Paradise, where it's predominantly like one road, but there is a curve at the end of it that has a couple more buildings that just seem to be more general shops. But there is a rather larger hotel. It would be closer to a hotel than an inn. There's like a dozen or so rooms that you can rent in there, as well as a separate restaurant and a separate bar.
I'm going to use my once per day hotspot. Just to text Pepper. And just to say that we're okay. Survived the crash. In case you saw. But seriously, don't worry about it. I don't know when you'll get this part.
You're at minute 9 of the 10 minute. You get a text that just says crash with 4 question marks.
No, seriously, don't worry about it.
It does not send in time.
Oh. I hoped.
What do you guys do as you approach this town? What are your initial instincts?
Food. And lots of it.
If it's anything like Paradise, then going to like the local saloon would be probably the most central point of figuring things out.
Does
So,
this
food
city
and
have a
drinks.
shrimps?
No. It's a town, not a city.
It's too small to have a shrimps.
You can't franchise like that.
It's not
I
near a
miss
major highway,
shrimps.
so
Right.
you can't.
But there could be a small town, like family-owned fried rice place.
Yes.
I
yes.
really miss
Prawns.
shrimps. The yum sauce.
Now,
Stop making these canon.
now is he a
That was already
He is a
canon.
giant shrimp.
he himself is a giant shrimp.
Yes. And he fries the rice.
Hibachi.
You're telling me a shrimp fries that rice?
You say
giant
that.
shrimp?
There's like a little old lady on a porch next to you, and she hears that. She goes, ah! And she keeps rocking on a rocking chair.
Ma'am?
Ma'am.
She doesn't
Ma'am.
acknowledge at all.
I don't think she was laughing. That might just be a noise she makes on occasion.
I don't think it was that funny.
Bless you.
She just still is like dead-eyed, just rocking 1,000-yard stare.
Maybe she just thought of a joke to herself. Let's
He
move on
is
to-
a shrimp with a culinary
Are
passion.
you approaching her saying that?
It's not
Chip,
funny.
no, Chip.
Folks around here don't know what shrimp are.
It's a career.
Wait,
Culinary.
a shrimp is a career?
He has a career.
His
A
culinary
culinary
career.
career. Thank you.
A shrimp is like a.
I was right. We gotta get out of here.
Let's move on before she barks at us again.
Asher's already halfway to the restaurant at this point. No man left behind. He knows everyone's safe, so he's okay with leaving them behind now.
It's okay when you're hungry. Scarecrow.
It's so funny.
Are you guys all going to the restaurant?
Yeah.
All right, you go and you see that they have a variety. They've got some worm meat. They've got some spider meat. They've got like a variety of, it's like a little wider variety of meats than the Fury's home has, but still pretty select. You all sit
This
down and
is
start.
spider milk for our friend here.
Oh, you want that?
Why are you being so judgmental about it?
No, I just wanted to make sure I heard correct. That's okay. And he goes to the back.
He's not getting a good tip.
He goes back after a bit and hands you the glass of milk, and you see in the kitchen like 2 guys lean out the doorway to watch you.
Yeah, he ordered it. What of it?
It just hasn't been ordered in a while. Just make sure it's all good. Nobody get this.
Okay.
It's fresh, right?
I mean, as fresh as we can get. Yes.
Okay. We need to clarify some things with this statement. When did you get
I
this?
forgot. We don't know how it keeps.
Roughly a day or 2.
How's it smell?
Is it a solid or a liquid?
I can't risk it.
We don't want spider cheese.
So, do we? Is there refrigeration technology here? We
Here.
don't have technology, but
Where
do
are
we
your
have-
Where are your spiders? I'll milk one myself. I know how.
Man, we do not own spiders here. There's just people come in with spider. They leave with spider. We're not ranch town.
You know what? That's fair.
I don't know why the hostility towards milk is happening. Is there anything else we can order?
Are you French?
We've had a long day.
It's a fantasy world. I'm any accent and it's canon.
I'm sorry, sir. We've had a long day. Could I get a spider steak and a large whiskey?
Yes, absolutely.
I'd take some varmint jerky and the name of the town, please.
Got it? He doesn't answer.
I'll wait for my meal.
Got it. That's the name of the
They come
town.
out together. I'll wait for the meal.
They have a special. It's called the name of the town.
Do you have like cactus fries?
Yes, we got cactus fries.
We'll take some cactus fries.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, can I get a side of that too? With some dipping sauce?
Absolutely.
Do you have yum yum sauce?
I'm sorry. What are you?
Oh,
I thought this was just something you were lugging around. I did not realize you were
Oh.
sentient, and I apologize.
okay. Well, this is awkward. Hi, I'm Chip. I am a CMJOH unit.
Okay. You guys see me do you eat?
Yes.
So you want what?
That's new, though.
I have to blow past that. I simply can't dive into that. You wanted what?
Yum yum sauce.
He looks at the two guys that are looking through the doorway, and they go, and he goes, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Anything else?
I need high protein, low fat, medium level of carbs, no sugars.
We've got spider steak.
2 of what I got.
Got it. He walks away. No drinks. Besides alcohol. So he leaves for a little bit, and after some time, he'll bring out all of the food you ordered that I didn't write down. And then on a little note underneath yours, it says sunset.
That's good service. We dirt. Oh,
I
fellas,
don't know about
fellas,
good
do you
service.
want
They were a little snarky.
Do you fellas eat?
They go,
1.
okay, I guess.
Wait, can I'm gonna give them a cactus fry and just kind of just like shove one at you because are you still wearing them as like a coat? Yeah, I just kind of shove one at at this gel across your body.
You see one calmly takes it, brings it to the rest of them, and then you just hear like it's a dog shaking its mouth rapidly.
Does it just like disintegrate over?
Yeah, it's like it's ripped apart violently and spread throughout the entire vest.
Oh my god, Doc, I have to warn you right now. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this, and I start throwing little bits at it.
Every time like a little piece of meat falls on, they go.
We're definitely keeping them.
I imagine everyone in the bar staring at us.
It's so loud.
They sat us at like the center table.
This, shout out AJ, this is Doc's last sanity point. Because we haven't taken a rest yet.
Oh, dude, you just broke.
Yeah.
You just broke. You can only sleep 2 hours a night now.
Yeah, you were afraid of your own reflection or something like that. I don't.
Am I goo?
You're just
Talia
the
quickly
goo
downs
father.
her whiskey and orders enough.
Okay, the waiter will come and keep bringing rounds.
We're not driving tonight.
After a little bit of some time eating, Falia, you picked up that blue crystal that had opened the portal back, and
Oh yeah.
as you like pull it out to look at it, you see a little light inside light up, and you just hear the voice of Cass again go, "Hi!"
Hey,
And you can all hear it now.
I forgot we picked this up.
It's like a communicator.
Cass?
It's not quite. It's like I'm in here.
What?
Yes, I'm the crystal. Hello.
But you're
You're
still named Cass.
My name is actually Cassandra Lee.
Cassandra?
Yes.
Okay, not Crystal.
No.
Okay.
So you're a gear that's in the crystal, or
No, let me explain. Let me actually, as the name Cassandra Lee, I would like you all to make me mysticism checks.
Let's go, dude. Let's go.
I got a +4. That's a 12.
Logan has tied a woman up on a train track, and the train is rapidly approaching. What did everybody get?
All right. 19 on the die, 32.
32.
Nice.
2 on the die, 17.
17.
I got a 12.
12.
15 on die for 25.
25.
2 on the die for a 6.
Hey.
It ain't none of my business.
Chip, what you realize with the name Cassandra, and it's very fitting that you would recognize the name Cassandra. Cassandra is the name of a goddess, and a goddess that was a part of the god Triune, which Triune is regarded kind of as like one of the gods of mechanical life and knowledge and machinery and AI and science and computers. Triune is made up of 3 gods that are merged into one, and notably is the one that introduced the rift to everyone, or the drift to everybody, and allowed for drift travel to happen. So this is seemingly a god in this little crystal.
Did you say Cassandra?
Yes, hi, I'm the goddess Cassandra.
Oh
A
my
goddess?
gosh.
Goddess?
Goddess, yes.
Yes.
Ma'am.
Sure.
Of the Triune.
Ma'am.
You know the drift?
Yeah.
That's all them.
Her.
Her.
Yes. I'm Cassandra. I'm sorry we had a meeting. I had to be cryptic earlier. There was time shenanigans happening, and if I said specifics, that would draw the eye of Aeons, and I don't really want to deal with that. We've got a lot going on as is.
What is an Aeon?
They sound strange.
We see they are strange. We're simply not going to get into it.
I can live with that.
I'm sure
Fair enough.
that will never come up for you or I personally.
Nothing important.
Okay, I guess that's just gonna be one of the many secrets between the stars.
Roll the credits.
Man, I'm having an undeniably good time. So you guys
Yeah.
Age of Ashes.
I'm really glad that this wasn't overtoned with a lot of malevolence.
Can I take a success on a 10?
Combination roll.
All right, guys, I'm tapped out.
Keep going.
I'm defying the dragon.
Bazinga!
At this point, we're just chatting.
Will we get a success on a 10?
What do you say tonight we choose our own adventure?
You put this whole story in jeopardy for me.
Vali is immediately starting to feel like, not exactly starstruck per se, but it's very much like, you're saying I'm holding a god.
Yes.
Would anybody else like to hold her? 'Cause
Yes.
now
For
here,
sure.
pass it down.
Oh, okay.
Or pass
All
her
right.
down, I'm sorry.
There you go.
Hello.
May I?
We all get
Excuse
to
me.
say hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, hi. So I'm Cassandra. It's nice to meet you all.
You're on
Thank you all
speaker.
for helping me.
Oh, is it good? So you're like the goddess of me.
Some
Get
believe,
it.
yes,
Because I'm, you know.
sentient robot.
Yes.
Yes. There's a lot of people who worship me as that. I am definitely a goddess.
Oh, my bad. I've never worshipped you.
It's okay. I don't hold
I'm
grudges.
embarrassed.
No, it's okay.
Are we getting eyes?
No, it just looks like you guys kind of are talking to each other like over something. It does not look like you're drawing too much attention. Gotcha. Yeah, hi. So, thank you for saving me from Mun. He kidnapped me a couple hundred years ago, and so it was. Thank you for getting me out. I appreciate that greatly.
Who's
dang.
mud?
The alchemist that was there.
That guy had a name.
Yes.
He kidnapped a goddess.
What happened to him? He was there when the portal appeared, and he was gone when he came back.
I believe he's dead.
Well, I guess that takes care of him, I
It
guess.
did look like something exploded in the cockpit.
Yeah, I'm not 100% positive, to be honest with you, what happened in there, but it does appear Mun has died, and I am safe again. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
Oh,
What-
do you have a question for Cassandra? Here,
Yeah.
pass it down.
May I?
Yeah, sure.
Clem needs the phone.
Hot potato.
So what exactly are you doing here aside from having been kidnapped? Is there like something going on? Because you were saying like all sorts of things about like time and the universe and
Yeah, so I know a little bit having ascended to godhood. I do know a little bit of what's to come and not to come, and there does seem to be a lot of the universe as we know it coming to an end. So if we want to maybe not have that happen,
That sounds nice. Yeah.
we can do that.
I
Yeah,
like to not do
I
that.
kind of like existing.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just started.
How do we do that?
Well, we need to get off the moon first.
You're
That's
trapped
step
here, aren't
one. Yeah, we but all me and the rest of me are all trapped here.
The rest.
The rest of you.
Triune.
I'm Triune. You guys would know Triune.
So like, I mean, ma'am. So, like, the other parts are somewhere here, or are you all here right now and just going by Cassandra Lee at the moment?
There's other two parts of me. There's Epoch and Brick. They're the other two gods that we fused together to become Triune. And having split apart for a moment and then coming back together, attempting to come back together. That's when Mun took me. We were helping people get off the planet, and then at that moment, Mun appeared and kidnapped me.
Oh, okay. All right. So,
How
do
would
you do you know where the other parts of you are?
I don't at all. So we probably will want
Yeah.
to hunt them down if possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
How were you helping people off planet?
So, hundreds of years ago, there was 3 ships that took off and were able to escape from the surface of this planet, of this moon. And what we did is we had made a deal with those who were trying to leave to try and what we would do is we were part of the engine of the ships. We would fly up towards the atmosphere. We would split apart and then merge back together. And at that merge point is when our powers and forces were so strong that it overwhelmed whatever's taking control and keeping everything on this desert moon. And we were able to break through and leave. So we got 2 of the ships out, and on the 3rd one, as we were attempting to reform, Mun seemingly out of nowhere has appeared in the engine room, was a follower of me, and took me from the rest of me.
I would ask if those ships resembled the ships that I saw in my vision.
Yeah, yes, they looked exactly like those.
Oh. I think that's what I saw when I passed out at the saloon.
Your Venom quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. So, if we get presumably 2 other crystals together, the whole triune, we'd be able to get off this moon?
Yes, we'd be able to escape and prevent. I do not know what is happening or what causes the end of the universe, but I do know that it is relatively soonish.
Okay. Do we have time to take a nap?
Yes, it's not tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess in the scale of a god who presumably has lived for eons, not aeons. How long is relatively? Is that still like a few hundred years?
I'm using it relative to you. If the universe were to end, I would probably be fine.
But it's like relative in the span of like our lifetime, like
Yes.
within a year or so.
Yes, roughly give or take a year.
Oh, that's too soon.
Before Christmas,
I couldn't tell you if it's before.
after,
Still couldn't tell you.
We gotta get our shopping in.
it's Christmas.
Is there anything?
Christmas.
Is there anything you could do to help us out, or any more information?
The most I can tell you is they're alive. I can tell that both of them are alive, but I do
Do you
not
know
where the
anything
rest
about
of
the
them
spooky robot man?
are. Spooky robot man?
Yeah, the
Baylor.
Baylor.
The Baylor.
He's
Is-
seems to be.
Does he have? He's an android.
Yeah, he's got one glowing eye.
No and yes. I know him. I've seen him, but Mun kept me hidden from him. Androids consider me like their creator. Like I was at one point the first android. I was that, so they see me as the basis for the rest. So, I believe Mun, in his rather psychotic antics, believed that if he revealed me to Baylor, as you call him, then I would be taken.
Speaking of Taken and Baylor,
Safe assumption.
hey Chip, what in the Sam Hill happened to you?
To be honest, not much. The time I spent was brief. We had hardly begun.
And were you asked to leave? Were you teleported away? I don't...
As we say that, let's take a little flashback. Roughly 10 days ago.
Let me think about it.
About 10 days ago, Chip, you were in...
10 days ago.
Yes, they had traveled for about 10 days before they found Mun's ship. You find yourself, after being warped away with Baylor, in what looks like just a cave. Like, it's a very dark cave that there's no clear end. There's an entrance and an exit obviously somewhere in here, but you're not able to see daylight by any means. What you see is a big desk. You see computers and paperwork all over them. You see heavy machinery that's all around, and notably they are all on. They are turned on, and you see a fluorescent light that line the ceiling. And Baylor welcomes you in, and over the next few days, he makes a cot for you to be able to sleep on after realizing that you do some sort of rest of some kind. And did you want to have Pepper come with you? You had talked about having Pepper go with you before. Would you ask Baylor to bring Pepper?
Yes, if she wants to come.
Okay. What Baylor would do is, after some back and forth with you, he would agree to have her be there, but only for visiting hours, essentially. He would come, he would bring her there to see you for a little bit, and then he would bring you back, or would bring her back. And after 10 days, he does exactly as he promised. He takes your soul out, leaves a part of it in, so that you can still be alive and witness everything he's doing. And what you see is he takes the soul and puts it in machines, and then he'll scan it, and then you would get error messages, and then you would look baffled, and then you put your soul back in, and then you go deeper in the cave, and then the next day you would come back out. And he did this repeatedly over 10 days, and a mixture of both using science and of magic. He would take your soul, he'd make a little ritual area, he would commit to cast a spell, nothing would seem to really come from it, and then he would put it back in you, and then you would leave. He was not at any point rude. He did not ever really talk to you much. He notably didn't really ask permission before just reaching in and grabbing it. He would just walk over, do it, but just enough so that you were still alive, and then would commit his stuff. You would see him maybe an hour and a half out of the entire day. The rest of it was just kind of you walking around and talking to Pepper whenever she would come back. And Pepper would just check up. She would make sure you're okay. She would bring you books of Sudoku so that you had some things to do. And before every time she would leave, she would give you a kiss on the cheek, say that she loves you, and she'll see you the next day. So this would have been the first day where she was not brought back to you, and then you sent her a thing saying, "I survived the crash."
Good.
So that is what happened in that time.
That was all a very accurate description of software development.
That's amazing.
I'm pretty sure that's how they made Red Dead Redemption 2. So I just based it off of that.
There were studies conducted. None seemed successful. I never lost consciousness. I saw Pepper often.
That's good. Oh.
I rarely saw the Baylor.
Well, I guess you're all back in one piece, so...
Yeah.
I am fine. It was not painful. Almost like you are about to go dark, asleep, but you can't.
Did you get that fallen feeling? Like about to fall asleep and you feel like you're literally falling?
Although I have never fallen asleep myself, I can imagine it is similar.
Huh.
Mildly uncomfortable, but not painful.
I wouldn't say that sleep is mildly uncomfortable, but I'm glad that you're okay at least.
Depends on who you're with.
Okay.
Malia.
Molly.
Doc blushes. Can't see it under the bandana, but he does. Well, I reckon he's a back burner problem for now, but we gotta get y'all off of this thing.
Yeah. And we gotta keep an eye out for him in case he tries to take Cass. So, sorry,
Yeah.
Cassandra Lee.
Is there
It's
a,
okay.
Okay, alright.
Is there a less conspicuous form you might be able to take? Because that thing is shiny.
This is all I can really offer
Okay.
right now.
I wanted to check. It's not like a space genie in a bottle. We don't have to like wish you free or break you out of this crystal or anything.
No, this is like this is the most corporeal form I can stay in consistently.
Okay.
That gear he had me in was just kind of like a temporary thing. It was not ideal.
Mm.
This is the best for me.
Okay.
Okay.
I can store her. I'll open up my tummy.
Do you want to go in there?
I guess that's okay.
Well, what if
Or wherever.
what if the Baylor
Oh.
comes and takes you again?
Yeah, he didn't
Oh.
ask
Yeah.
permission to do it the first time.
You know what?
Do you
You're
need to be-
probably the strongest hitter, and you got that pocket in your vest now.
That is a mighty fine vest you got.
Do you need to be able to like? I mean, you're a crystal. Do you need to be able to like see, like be exposed?
No, I can kind of tell generally what's happening.
Okay.
All right.
Hello, ma'am.
And you
That's
go.
okay. Hello.
My name's Aster.
Nice to meet you, Gaster. I'm Cassandra Lee.
Nice to meet you.
As you put her in there, the moment after you put her in there, the saloon doors swing open and in walks the Baylor.
Natural.
And he looks at the five of you and sees you, Chip, and goes, Chip, where did you go?
I didn't mean to.
And he looks at the five of you, he goes, what happened?
The alchemist feller, he did some things and he's dead now.
We were on a
Mine.
ship that crashed.
Mun's ship crashed.
About
Yeah.
a mile that way.
Yeah.
Okay. I got readings when you vanished suddenly that were otherworldly means of teleportation. Do you know what caused this?
I cannot say that I do.
We
It was not of my own volition.
walked in on him performing some kind of something or other with runes on the ground, and apparently we
He
messed
said
up
something
his.
went wrong.
We messed up his math, I think, because he didn't factor in all of us
Yeah.
as being present, and it went wrong.
He stares at all of you for a little while. He goes, the readings I got were similar to that of a divine being. And if you find any information on a divine being, please allow me. If you allow me to investigate and learn as well, you will have my aid when you call me.
I mean, I don't know a whole lot about gods or anything like that, so can't really tell you much.
Whatever Mun did, it sent us somewhere through time. So maybe that kind of portal has opened up some kind of divine energy too. It seems like we got teleported, but when we got back, Mun was gone. It seems like the ritual may
Exploded
have kind
buoy?
of blown him up,
Eh,
as well as part of the ship that made it crash.
Maybe he was smoked.
So I don't know.
Okay.
Could have been something with whatever ritual he was trying to perform.
It's not often that I'm wrong, but not impossible either.
Well, humble brag.
He ignores that fully. And looks at you, Chip, and he goes, our tests were near completion anyway, so our deal is done.
Oh. Okay.
So,
How are the
Oh,
results?
that wasn't so bad.
I feel the results are not what was expected, but positive nonetheless.
But there were positive results, so they all came back negative.
I don't have time for your silly games.
Chip, did you tell us what you were gonna get out of the thing? Okay. So, about Chip's reward for this, you gonna do that soon?
I will. And it will take me time, and I will, on my word, I will make it as best as I possibly can. It will not be a discomfortable body for you. It will be one that you will enjoy and like. And with that, it will take time to craft it properly. So, when it is ready, I will alert you.
Okay.
All right.
I had not expected this so soon.
This will take time. But I will be seeing you all again. And if you find out anything about this divine intervention that seems to have happened, please alert me as soon as possible.
Okay.
And then he walks out the saloon.
You gonna get like a pizza tracker where it says like your body's being made, like progress.
Your body's in the oven.
You can send a little note to the.
As he leaves, Doc is gonna like hold up a hand, stand and go check the door to make sure he actually left and isn't just waiting for us to immediately start talking about something.
So what I'll say is, as he leaves, you're like 2 steps behind him, and the moment the saloon doors open and then close, and by the time you push it open again, he's fully gone. You do not see him at all.
Oh, I'm so tired. I couldn't posture anymore. Oh.
Can the goo guys become a pillow for you?
You boys tired?
It's getting late
Cactus
anyway.
fry.
We should probably go about figuring out some rooms for us to stay the night somewhere.
There's an inn right next door if you want.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you.
Yes. Here's your bill. She slides that.
I'll get it.
You sure?
We want to split it,
Yeah, let's
Okay.
split it. Okay.
You're too kind.
and we will leave a tip.
Thank you.
Big one, because he was a little rude.
Just a regular tip.
I don't think he was rude. I think he was just a normal guy.
I think
Our actions are ludicrous.
he's space French. Like that.
Space
French.
He's French.
French.
You guys go to...
They invented the Spiatine.
Where do we go, Corey?
You guys head to the inn and start tucking in for the night. Is there any last minute things you guys would like to do before you head to sleep?
Yeah, there is. Do we all get separate rooms, or are we bunking together, or how's this kind of setup
For
working
you guys to decide. There's plenty of rooms for all of you, so that's if you guys have the money.
They just got, like, infinite bunk beds.
I think
Schrodinger's
Molly
bunk
is ready for a room for herself to really just unwind.
bed. Be alone.
Yeah, Doc could use a room for himself too. It's been...
I can't use a bed, so having a room to myself would be quite the waste.
Does anyone want a room with
Put
you?
you in the
Yeah,
closet with the ice
Let's
machine.
bunk together. You wanna bunk with us? I don't take up much space.
I was actually going to talk to both of you.
Oh, okay.
So this
Oh.
works out. I was going to go to
Hey.
one room.
We're in trouble.
I don't think he has the authority.
Do you?
Excuse you? Are you?
Good night.
I don't know, but please don't leave.
Corey would also like to good night, but I can't.
Are you having this conversation like in your room or?
Aster would have the decency to make it a private conversation, but Chip is there also. But we'll get there.
Okay, you guys go into your rooms and
Aster
collect.
knocks, and that happens. So.
Yes.
You wanna run that by me again?
You heard what I said, Clem.
What is your deal?
My deal is I'm running ragged trying to keep everyone together. And you've done, ever since I met you, you are the best leader I've ever met. You took me in. I didn't know how to be a real person, and you helped me a lot with that. Volley helped me a lot with that. Gizmo helped me a lot with that. But you got taken down a peg ever since we come here. And I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying this because it's true. I'm sorry you lost the ship. I know how much the Verity meant to you. And when we were having the conversation before we encountered the alchemist, whether or not we were gonna try and negotiate or do things the hard way, that and other things, I just don't think you're focused right now. And if you're not focused, then all of us aren't focused.
It wasn't my fault that Gerard got the jump on us. I know I couldn't have prevented that, but I still feel like I'm responsible for that. And now we're here in this strange place, and usually I am a run and gun type, and that got us in this situation. So I don't want to just run and gun. Like when we were back in that portal in the past, wherever we were, I didn't want to just take out those people. I'm questioning a lot of things, and you weren't exactly in the best shape before all this either, if that helped. I'm trying my best, Esther.
I know. The thing with Gerard wasn't your fault, and I didn't want to imply that. So I'm sorry about that.
If I may, a good captain goes down with the ship.
So I should have died?
No, you did go down with the ship. The crew remains. In whatever condition that may be, you remain with the crew. Steady.
Thank you.
Reliable. And undaunting.
I appreciate that.
My implicit design is to serve the crew, and primarily its captain.
Yeah, but you're not just your design. We've figured that, It's just, my whole world came crumbling down when we left the ring, and outside of being captain, I don't know who I am. And I haven't really had a sense of myself for years. So,
Captain is not something you are. You are the captain because of who you are, Clementine. Individually.
that means a lot to hear you say that. So,
I just want want us all to be together and be okay. And like I said, you're the best leader I've ever known. I need you to think on it. Think on what we're gonna do now. Because we still need someone to steer the ship, even if it's going down.
I will.
And if it's going down, I'm going down with you.
I put one of my elf fan arms on you, and then I switch to just my hand. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'm not here just to talk to you two. What you said about serving the crew and the captain, I've never doubted that for a moment in all of the time that we've known each other when we activated you. Except when you made that deal.
I understand. The decision has baffled me still. I don't know if I've made the right one. Like I said, my design is to, primarily, solely even, protect the crew, protect the captain.
It's not just your design, it's who you are.
That changed when I met Pepper. I am ashamed to admit, but my priorities will always lie with her. I cannot help it. And I wouldn't.
Okay.
It is a failure in my programming, perhaps.
No. I can understand that. You know, while I am not inclined to romantic relationships like that you have with Pepper, Valia is my special person. And when she passed out in the Fury's home, I was terrified. Because I don't want to lose her. And it's hard to have that attachment that makes everything different and that changes all your priorities. I wanted to protect Valia and help her, but I also didn't want to make things worse for the situation when Patty was trying to look at the files that were on her, and I had that grapple with whether to help my best friend or to deal with the mission at hand. So it's not a failure. It's natural.
I appreciate that more than you can understand.
None of us are infallible. I know I made a lot of mistakes too, and I've been thinking about my own time outside of Pantheon. You guys are all I got. I have nothing outside of this. I was able to save my sister, but she's getting better, but she doesn't want to use her powers anymore. So I'm all that's left. If something big comes after us, like that Baylor guy, I don't know if I'm going to be enough. And now we have to find gods, apparently. It's starting to be a little more than I feel like I can handle. So that's why I know I need to be able to rely on everybody. I need my captain. And I need my friend. And it's okay if you make mistakes. I can be sore about it. I can give you hell about it.
I'm afraid that for this, I will not apologize.
I'm not asking you to. It just... I needed you to hear. I needed to hear that you recognized the situation from more than just your perspective. Thank you for that. And even if it does turn out to be a mistake, I wanted to let you know that I can be mad, but I'm going to stand by you. Okay?
Okay.
I love you guys.
With that, you guys start heading down, wind down a bit. After getting a little powwow in. The morning comes, the sun rises, the spiders caw at the sun rising.
The spiders have roosters now.
I thought there weren't any spiders in this thing.
Yeah.
They ride in, they're not a range town.
weren't.
Yeah. We brought them. We summoned them.
We landed on a nest.
As you guys kind of rise and get ready in the morning, you've got quite a few days trekking ahead of you.
Yeah, I'll open up one of the maps we brought. Is sunset on this thing?
Sunset is like the very, very top corner. of the
Hoo-boy.
map. So this is definitely a few more days of travel than you had done before.
Oh, we got a cart. Did
Yeah.
we get a cart?
You had a
We-
card.
we
It was
could probably
online.
should
buy
get
one in
one.
town.
You could
Yeah.
get one.
New cart.
Valia. Would you be willing to walk over to that shipwreck with me? You know ships pretty well. You
Yeah.
might be able to find something Henry can use.
Yeah. I was gonna ask too. Do you think anybody you know might be coming to try to pick scrap off of this? Because we might be able to hitch a ride with somebody if you know anybody who'd be coming out looking for scrap.
Well, I know somebody who's reliable. Squirt!
From the distance, you hear some horns playing, and rounding over just the corner of a rock. That it was very clearly he was not there on the left-hand side. He just appears on the right. You see Squirt pop up from the corner and go, "Hey, fellas, Squirt!
How'd it do, Squirt?
How you doing? What can I help you with?"
Well, we got a heap of scrap.
Neat.
Don't know if you have any need of it.
I mean, I could scavenge through and see if there's anything else in there.
Yeah, unfortunately, this ship crashed. I'm sure you were nowhere near it before.
Oh, no, that's great. Businessman can't share his laurels and all that kind of stuff. But I do appreciate you letting me know that there's some more business that could be happening here.
Absolutely.
Are you looking for anything specific, or are you just kind of letting me know and donating?
Yeah, donate what you think you could use, and then whatever vital ship parts look important for Henry, we can divide up. No sense going home completely empty-handed from this
There you go.
journey.
Can we get some store credit if there's anything nice in there?
I'll credit you guys some stuff. So next time I got some wares for you, and then you can get a little bit of a discount.
Squirt gift card. Got it.
Squirt will go over and you see him hop out of the buggy, open the trunk up, and then he starts getting like full sheets of metal and shoving it like way down into the trunk. And after a few minutes, he goes, "All right, well, there's some engine parts I know Henry was kind of looking for over there. So if you want to collect some of those, I got all my stuff. Anything else?"
I don't suppose you have another like cart or something we can ride back to Paradise on and inside your cart.
No, not. I sell weapons. I sell weapons and things that aid you specifically, not in a transportation kind of way.
And no tanks either.
No tanks. I'd like that. That's a good idea, though. I will keep that one in mind. He goes, well, fellas, thank you so much for all the help, and I'll be seeing you around later. And he starts driving off straight, and then the wind blows and some sand picks up, and then he's gone.
Fantastic businessman.
Yeah, you see that there are some very specific engine parts that have been like kind of placed out on the side for you, and then some random other precious metals and gems and things that we will decipher later. That I will text you privately in real life about the sell value of those.
Well, heck yeah.
Alright, then I guess we just gotta find some kind of transportation back to Paradise.
On the map, you can see that there are towns you can try to stop through to see if they have any carts, but this specific one, they do not have any carts available for you.
Doc will use the nanites to make a barrel on his back and just shove what he can into that. Walk around with it.
You're just carrying a big barrel full of things in there.
Now you're playing Death Stranding.
Covered in goo, hauling a barrel.
Norman Reedus.
He's drinking a monster. Hi, Nebula.
Hi, Nebula.
Hi, Nebula.
Bestie alert. With that, fellas, and Nebula now, we are actually going to wrap up this episode.
Bye,
of
Nebula.
of Secret.
Bye, Nebula. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we did. If you want to support us, like, comment, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're watching on Twitch, follow, subscribe as well if you have the finances to. We greatly appreciate that. We have a shop. We have a merch store. Shirts, products, stickers, bottles, all kinds of things that you can buy.
Bottles.
You don't have it. You can't do the natty plug.
I got my shirt though.
Oh,
Shirt.
shirt. You can purchase this shirt.
What is it?
Say the line, Bart.
Say the line.
How are you?
No!
Thank you guys so much for joining. If you like what we do, also, we have a Patreon. $5 a month gets you access to all of our post shows. We also have another show, Sundays. Strange Aeons is our Pathfinder 2nd Edition show. It's horror, it's spooky, it's Cthulhu.
That's the show you GM, right?
That's the show that I personally GM. I'm just subbing in for AJ this week. If you watched last week, you got a little taste of something. For that, yum yum yum. And with that, thank you guys so much for joining. We will see you guys all next week for another episode of Secrets. Have a good night.